You know what I had to realize, right? And this was up, y'all. I'm LA. Here we had Talk Radio. I'm finna have a little lunch. But you know what I had to realize, right? Is sometimes you have to allow people to defeat themselves. Themselves. For real. You have to allow people to defeat themselves. And I'm gonna tell you why. Like with this whole situation that I've been going through, right? People have been constantly forcing me into like these, compromising situations, just being really weird. You know what I mean? And when I realized, when I stopped fighting, God will handle it. God will handle it. You hear me? I remember one day, right? This man was over here cutting his grass. He had a woman with him, and I didn't know that was his wife or not. But I was trying to talk to him about, the land or whatever. Just trying to talk to him, introduce myself, whatever. So, I got all these weird ass men coming against me, trying to act, I don't know, sassy. So he proceeds to try to act real sassy with me, and I was like, I just walked off. I ain't say nothing. Dude couldn't his truck. He was couldn't even start it. Sometimes you just ain't gotta say nothing. Let them defeat themselves. I had this other guy try to come over here, right? Knowing what has happened to me, knowing that one of his trifling ass male friends did something to me or made me mad earlier. So what they do is they'll come, you okay? You all right? They always ask me that, right? I almost tripped and broke his motherfucking leg. Ever since then, he ain't been straight. Sometimes you just ain't gotta say nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like when people be like, really give it over to God, sometimes you really gotta give it over to God. Cause sometimes you be working with an enemy that's so focused and so fixated on winning and trying to do. And the intention is not to defend themselves, as what they said originally, right? That's what they said, but that's not what they're about. Because any police officer would tell you the difference between defense and overkill, right? Right now, your enemy may be an overkill, and sometimes you gotta let them go ahead in themselves. You know what I mean? It's just certain situations you just ain't even gotta fight. Like I went to go put some money on my card the other day, right? And the girl was like, "Nah, you can't do it because XYZ. It's gonna charge you." And then so I swiped the card and I noticed she had typed in what she had typed in there, and I was like, this ain't right. And then I was like, you know what? I'm glad I didn't put no money on the card because I actually needed that money for something else. So it actually worked out, even though she was being funny, playing with me. You know what I mean? It still worked out in my favor. Like you can't. One thing I know for a fact, like you can't spend the rest of your life going back and forth with a fool because it only makes you a fool. And then at some point, it's gonna make that fool look like he's the teacher because he did teach you exactly how to become a fool. You understand what I'm saying? Like, don't get me wrong. Sometimes I'm with the rah-rah. You feel me? But most times, if I feel it to be unnecessary, I'm not with the rah-rah. You dig what I'm saying? Because it's unnecessary. You feel me? I feel like any person that invites you into their circus of chaos is already the ringleader, and he is a clown or she is a clown. Do not participate. Leave. Anybody that's ever known me, known that my brand has always been about being a normal person, being open, just being a normal person, but also being able to discuss serious issues as well as have a playful heart. That's always been my brand. Always. And here come this fool, this clown, this idiot, this hater, you know what I'm saying? Trying to tear it down and make it everything less than what it is. Sometimes you be so mad, right? And you want to fight back and you want to get them so bad. But it like when I'm telling you, sometimes you gotta let a fool hurt themselves sometimes. And you just chill, you wait on the right time. You might have that opportunity to get them yourself. Because they done landed right at your doorstep, right on your feet. You know what I mean? And it will get on your nerves though. But sometimes you just gotta let a fool be a fool. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta let a fool be a fool in real life. Some people you gotta play along with, you know what I'm saying? Until you get to a better situation. But even still, you gotta let a fool be a fool. So they're gonna end up hurting themselves.